Hey everyone, we are back with Sherilynn Smart. We are here to announce something so exciting. So if you saw our previous episode, you know that Sherilynn was in the lead program, earning her bachelor's degree in the beauty industry. So Sherilynn, you did it.
I know, it's so cool. I cannot even believe it. It's was 3 years to do this whole process. It flew by and it was absolutely amazing.
Yes.
LEAD, Rolf's Global Institute, powered by L'Oreal USA PPD, represents a new era in beauty. LEAD has created the world's first college and university degree program pathway for beauty professionals, transforming the future of the beauty industry through higher education. The goal of this global movement is to create a new future for beauty professionals, providing them with a wider range of opportunities. It's time for beauty professionals to enjoy the financial freedom, impact, and respect that they deserve. LEAD also provides scholarship opportunities to eligible students worldwide. You are invited to join this global initiative and be part of the future. For more information, please go to leadinstitute.degree.
Well, I know you're not going to tell everybody. I'm going to tell everybody you graduated with straight A's. Like you did this program as a mom with a full-time job, not just like any full-time job, a very full-time job that requires a lot of time, a lot of detail, and you did it with straight A's. Do you even like know what that means? Like how amazing and powerful you are for completing that? Like we're just so proud of you. Tell me what that process was like. Tell me what it was like to have a job and complete this.
I think the most important thing that I learned and what I needed to do right from the very beginning was understand time management, because that Outlook saved my life. So
Yes.
every time I look at my Outlook calendar, I have everything mapped out, even down to when I do my homework, down to eating dinner with the priorities that I had. It was super I had to be super organized.
Yeah. How many late nights did you pull? Like studying, homework? How was that?
Not gonna lie to you, I probably stayed up to 2 or 3 almost every morning during that, because I do have a full-time job and I love my job. However, like school was such a priority that I had to get it done. And you can't make more time in the day.
Yes.
So
No.
I definitely stayed up all night.
Yes, I'm sure, but it paid off. So
Yes.
I know we talked a little bit about why you did this, what your purpose was. And I know your daughter was a really big part of you earning your degree. She was in college at the same time that you were. And you felt that it was important for you to get your degree too, to show her that you could do this, that you're going to earn a degree also. Talk to me a little bit about what that meant to you.
Well, I'm gonna say one thing. My daughter was so proud of this happening. And I think that I didn't think I was gonna get this emotional so quick. But I do think like you wanna be a role model, and you want my daughter to like break the glass ceilings and everything else, and you have to set things by example.
Mm-hmm.
And so I really feel like with me getting my degree, it didn't do anything but it did do a lot. I can't say it did anything. It helped my self-esteem so much, and it really grounded me, and I just understood things so much more. And really, my daughter, along the way, she's so proud of me, and I feel like that was worth it in itself.
Yes.
Just for the day of graduation. I was on a trip, and I waited she came back last week to open my degree, the one I sent you.
Oh my God.
Because it came by mail, and I waited until she was there so we could do it together.
Yes.
So it was amazing.
I think that that's so important. There's so many moms in the industry or dads that are setting examples for their kids, right? Like we are trying so hard to lead by example.
Yes.
This wasn't something that your career required. This wasn't something that the company, the business that you work for said, hey, you have to get this in order to keep your job. That wasn't it. You really did it to be like, I can do this and I'm going to show her. And I know that like her being a part of it and getting to see you complete that, like changed her. And even though she's grown, we don't stop being examples. I think that was one thing that I took from our interview last time, was just like how important it is to keep showing them that like we can do hard things, that like we're going to start something and finish it. And it's completely for you. So when you got that in the mail, what was the feeling? What was the emotion that you had?
So I got it when I came home, like I said, from a trip. I sat there and it resonated with me, but I knew that I did not want to open it until Sydney came home and we were going to do it together. Yeah. So I was full of emotion. I 100%, I felt like really proud, because honestly, to go through the ceremony and to do everything else like that, that was really cool. But you don't get your real degree. You know what I mean? I was almost like, oh, what happened? You know, and like, I mean, I did
You're like,
get,
oh, I did it. We just celebrated it, but okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go home now. And
but it meant something, you know? So I went and I opened up, I put it in a frame immediately, put the tassel in, and it's been great.
No,
Yeah.
you were at such a level that you were even asked to speak at the graduation. So you were there with other people that have completed this program and celebrating that with them. How was it being able to like be the representative for that and to speak on this brand new thing? You all were the first class that
Yes.
graduated from LEAD. So how did that feel to be asked to speak?
I was so honored. Honestly, it was like I was so grateful. And you know what? We know like I've taught from like many stages and done everything else like that. But this was like so emotional because I really like you just don't think you're gonna lose it because of it. But when it's so close to your heart, it's crazy. So I wanted to like really I wanted to be able to speak on behalf of my cohort because everybody else in there did it just like I did.
Yeah.
And it was, I mean, we all worked so many late nights and did everything and we traveled like we're out on the road right now. And so like half the times like it's sometimes like 3 a.m. and somebody else is like, we're connecting online in the middle of the night or somebody's 7 o'clock and I'm 3 o'clock in the morning. It's crazy or vice versa.
Yeah.
So no matter what we are. So that was fun. And I really, I was so happy to do it and so honored. And I never thought in my life that I would ever be speaking at a college graduation.
That's what's so funny is like going to beauty school and all of that stuff. And then like the career that you have, you're not like, oh, someday I'm going to be up on that stage with the hat, with the cap, with the gown, like you never think that you're going to do that because you're like, well, I did my stuff already. I already did what I needed to do. But like to be able to go back and have all of that, I just love that you had those moments.
And I didn't even think that like doing the cap and gown graduation was going to be like, honestly, like when I did that, it felt so different to be able to be dressed and I mean, it was crazy. It was the most, I was so much prouder of myself that day and everybody that went through it with me.
Yeah.
So it was cool.
Tell me about your cohort. So you guys are all together. How many people were in there with you? And are you still connected to those people? Are you still talking to them? Tell me about that.
Yes, I see the people from my cohort. A lot of them were from L'Oreal. And so I work with some of them and some of the people that I met for the first time during that time, we still talk all the time. So it's relationships and friendships that will last forever.
Yes. And it's so important to have that because especially those people understand your job. And I think so many people don't understand the jobs of the beauty industry, right? Like I think a lot of people are still like, oh, what do you even do in the beauty industry? You're just behind a chair, right? So for them to truly understand like what you put in, what is required of you when you show up to work, like especially at a show like this, like there's so much that you do of like just that mental exhaustion of energy and putting out to other people. Like you're just have to be on all day long. Yeah. And for people to understand that when you're like, okay, now I have to go write a paper, like you need those people to encourage you.
Yeah. And that is like, we've stayed on the phone late at night or we go on Teams, literally. And if I'm done with my homework, I used to like stay on and help them or just be moral support because sometimes you just need that other person, especially if we're like out on the road. Like so many hotel rooms, like I even changed the hotels I stayed at that had to have like a desk that was big enough that I could do my work at. So
Oh my gosh. So tell me what it meant for you to have this opportunity. I know L'Oreal's partnered with LEAD. So how did it feel to work for a company that encouraged you to better yourself and to grow?
Oh my gosh. I am so, first off, happy, grateful, honored and proud to work for a company that like invests in their employees. Like you said, it was not a requirement to go, but if you wanted to do it, this was a great opportunity. And I felt so supported. Like not only did I have this, I had like a whole support system behind us. My bosses all encouraged me to do this and they supported me at 100%. So grateful and proud to work for a company like L'Oreal.
Now, I have one last question for you. If you were to give some advice to somebody that is thinking about doing this, and it could be real advice, like clear your schedule, get ready to be up late. What is that advice that you would give somebody that's like, hey, you know what? I want to do this. Sherilynn is motivating me, encouraging me to do this and feels like something I need to look into. What would you tell them?
I would say, number one, keep your priorities straight. Your family, your friends, and your work, because you need all of that as your support system. I think that would be the number one. And then number two, I would just say, put everything you have into it because when you graduate, it's the biggest thing It's so great.
It's worth all the late nights. It's worth everything to be able to do that.
100%. Yeah, and be proud of it, and like tell everyone too. Like yeah. I never thought like my education would change me. Like I can't say that I'm that much like quote smarter.
Yeah.
But I definitely feel bigger, like, and I stand a lot taller than I ever have.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Well, you can see it. Like I feel like just seeing you from when we met to now, like you can tell, like you just really have this like energy about you that is, it wasn't like, it's not different. You're you. But you definitely like, there's a confidence there. And I feel like that's what we all need. Like whatever it is that's going to give you that confidence, like do it. Take the step to do that. Cause I think it just makes all of us better.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's all about the confidence and like standing taller. And honestly, yeah, I would say that.
Yeah.
I'm going to ditto what you just said.
Thank you so much for being here. I'm so happy we got to catch up. It was so good just to hear like you did it. You did something that, you set a goal, you did it. And we're all so proud of you. Like seriously, like you're just a motivation to all of us. Like seeing that we can do this as moms and as women, like it's just, we need more of you. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. It was so great. I'm going to hug you.
Good.
Oh, I love it. It's so exciting.
LEAD, Rolf's Global Institute, powered by L'Oreal USA PPD, represents a new era in beauty. LEAD has created the world's first college and university degree program pathway for beauty professionals, transforming the future of the beauty industry through higher education. The goal of this global movement is to create a new future for beauty professionals, providing them with a wider range of opportunities. It's time for beauty professionals to enjoy the financial freedom, impact, and respect that they deserve. LEAD also provides scholarship opportunities to eligible students worldwide. You are invited to join this global initiative and be part of the future. For more information, please go to leadinstitute.degree.